Okay, today we'll talk very quickly about different aspects of the human reproductive system. In your group, what you were listening to and viewing is the male reproductive system, the reproductive system of the boys. What you find here is a front view of the reproductive system. If you're a boy, these here on both sides are the testicles. We also call them testes in English. These are two accepted words, testicles or testes. The testes are connected to the penis with this long tube, which is the vas deferens, and they end up in the urethra, which is this little tube inside the penis where it comes out. Now I'll tell you in more detail. Here you find the urinary bladder. Okay, and some vesicles. We'll talk later. It's one very important vesicle is the seminal vesicle, where this part of the semen is produced, and the other very important gland is the prostate gland. Okay, here's the ejaculatory duct, where the semen, the fluid produced in these vesicles, the seminal and the prostate gland, will join the sperm cells that come from the testes and reach the urethra to leave the body in the ejaculation. The tip, the fore part of the penis is called the glans penis. Okay, this is what you see here as the head. And from the side, what you will see is the same. Here you see the testicle, the vas deferens, like this. Whoops, here come the sperm cells. They go up into the abdominal cavity, reach the area of the prostate gland and the seminal vesicle to finally leave the body via the urethra. This is the pathway of the sperm cells that are produced in the testicles. Again, here you see the bladder, the urethra, the penis. This is the last part of the digestive system. Now we'll go a little more into detail in this very special organ that is the testicles. Okay, what you see here is the structure, the inner structure of the testicles, that is rather complicated. What is inside this little bag holding the scrotum? The testes have like two main structures. One are the seminiferous tubules. These are structures where the cells are that produce the sperm cells. These are the sperm cells that you normally call spermatozoides, but in English we say sperm cells, not spermatozoids. Here the sperm cells are produced, and then once they are almost finished, they migrate to the head of the epididymis. This is a second part of the testes before they leave, because in this epididymis they get matured. They get, a sperm cell, wait a minute, has the body and the tail. Okay, so the sperm cell that is produced here inside the seminiferous tubules only has the head, and in the epididymis they acquire the tail to get matured and have the motility to leave the testicle and go to the vas deferens. Okay, so the epididymis or epididymis is the posterior part of the testicle in which the sperm cells are matured and activated, and this is connected to the vas deferens. This vas deferens is a horrible name for this long tubule that is the pathway for the sperm cells to leave the body. The seminiferous tubules are where the sperm cells are produced. The scrotum, you don't see it here, but it's this skin that holds the testes outside. Okay, that's what the thing that you see. And the very important aspect that we have been talking about when we talked about anabolic steroids, you remember the hormones, the testes also produce testosterone. Okay, the testosterone is the hormone responsible for all the secondary sex characteristics. Okay, some curiosities. Well, let's get this away. Some funny things about the testicles is that in the fetus, when you're a baby inside your mother's womb, the testicles are inside the abdominal cavity. You don't have them outside. Once you're born, the testes come down and then they remain outside throughout your whole life, okay? The testes cannot produce sperm cells at the same body temperature. If your body temperature is, let's say, 36 degrees, 0.5 or something like that, at this temperature the testes would not produce the sperm cells. And this is why the sacs, the scrotal sacs, hang loose from your body when it is hot, and when it is cold, when you enter, for example, cold water, the skin of the scrotal sacs contract and the testes get near to the body to keep the temperature they need to produce the sperm cells. The penis is the main reproductive organ that males use for copulation. This you know very well. Here's the glans penis again. You don't have to know, of course, all the structure, but what you do have to understand is that the urethra is a very important part of the penis, because here the urine and the sperm, the semen, reach the outside. What you see here is a vein, a very important vein, and all these structures that are like sponges that get filled with blood when the arousal occurs, when you get the erection, okay? The urethra is the last part of the urinary tract. The meatus is here the last part of the urethra. At the tip of the penis is when you have the last little drop of urine. The corpus cavernosum here is involved in the stiffening of the penis during the erection. And the glans here in the front is the most sensitive part of the penis, involved in arousal. Arousal is excitation. The functions of the penis, of course, are urination and ejaculation, but never at the same time, obviously. Something funny is that in the embryo, the penis develops from the same tissue as the clitoris in the woman. You will see, and with the other group, what the clitoris exactly is. So this is very simple explanation how the sperm cells travel from the testes to the outside from the penis. As we have seen, again, sperm cells are produced here, then they mature in the epididymis, then they go through the duct deferens, all here up. You follow my laser point. Here they join the semen that comes from the prostate gland and the seminal vesicle, enter the urethra, leaves the penis through the meatus, okay? This is an explanation of what really semen is, because many of you don't know really what it is. The semen is a fluid that is produced by a seminal vesicle, the prostate gland, and other glands that we will not mention, that joins the sperm cells that come from the testes in the ejaculatory duct. The function of the semen is to protect the sperm cells through their journey in the vagina. The vagina of the woman has an acidic environment because of the bacteria that live inside normally, and it's acidic. If there were no semen, the semen is this fluid. The semen is not only the sperm cells. You can have semen without sperm cells. This happens in men that are infertile. They have semen, they have an ejaculation, but there are no sperm cells, or very little, or very low quality sperm cells, and they are not able to fertilize. So if the semen were not there, the sperm cells would die in the vagina and we would never have children, okay? So I hope you understood. Now I want you to think, to review this PowerPoint, to review a little bit what we talked about, and take some notes so you are able to explain to the groups that will come to you what you learned today in this hardly 10 minutes. Thank you.